I guess what you said is true. People are human. You got to remember these people. You could miss it.
Yeah.
You could miss it. You could not. They're
not all as thorough as the dudes on the first 48.
Dun-dun.
Yeah.
They don't have theme music. That's why.
They don't have theme
music. That's probably why.
They good cutaways.
Right. No theme music.
They just got off the phone with arguing with their wife.
Yeah.
But look, I got to go to work. God damn it.
But could you get the milk, honey? Like, I'm working here. You're at a fucking crime scene. Wife is nagging you over, bringing home some milk. And you fucking, like, got bone and flesh, DNA to look at. And the last thing you could think of is getting fucking
yes.
Two Podcast.
What up, it's your boy Chad O. Out here in LA.
Trying to get lost in the subway. Thank you, Valencia, but I'm about to head on the train heading to Madrid. I'm telling about Two Ghost Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Like, subscribe, and send us a few messages. I don't hablo mucho español, but I'm doing the best I can. Peace.
It's moving. We are in this thing now and no turning back.
No turning back. That's it.
How are you, sir?
I'm in the process of losing a lot of weight. Stay out here.
Yes.
I'm sweating like a whore.
That's awesome. It's going to be 100 fucking degrees today. And speaking of it being 100, this is Two Rows Podcast 104.
Dot.
Ding.
That means if you've got 104 fever, you should go to the hospital.
100. Yeah.
Because you're about to die.
Yeah, you're about to die. Please be careful out there, folks. We don't want anyone getting hurt.
Absolutely.
It is all good and cool to try to get some outdoors, but this is one of those days that might be good for air conditioning.
Absolutely. This is, thank God you live in a civilized Western society.
Isn't that something?
Huh?
Isn't
that's
something?
part of it. You can go inside
with
the air conditioning. Like you said, it's great to be outside. It's great to get out, get yourself a workout in. Did you ride this morning?
I did not.
Okay.
I had a bingeful fucking night last night. It was.
So you did that last week, and you said you paid for it in the following morning.
Yes.
Did it again, and you said, fuck it.
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, two things happened. So one was we did an awesome ride yesterday. We finished that trail, that Cedar Creek Park.
Okay. 17
miles. Kicked my ass. I mean, but was great. It was a great run. We had 14 guys out. It's getting bigger every time, man.
Nice.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's growing and people are feeling and getting involved and but a little handicap though. It's a little bit of people. I want to go, but can you take my bike? Like you got to do the whole thing, man. You want to get the bike, you got to get the rack. You got to get the stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
They're cheap. Amazon is giving us.
They're relatively cheap. Yeah,
$60. You bought a $800 bike. Get yourself a nice rack so you could charge on.
Wait a minute. If you bought an $800 bike, wouldn't you want to get a nice rack?
Damn sure you should. Yeah, because all this, what happens is guys are like, oh, I got a truck. And they realize these SUVs are not, they're not like open back trucks.
Right.
So you was trying
to pick up.
Can I squeeze it? And then all of a sudden you take an Instagram selfie in your car and you got a tire mark on the top. And it's like... Who the hell did this? Wasn't well thought out, but it's fun, a lot of fun. And then we to relax. Obviously, afterward we go to my buddy Mac's house. It's got a nice, great big pool right here in Jamaica, Queens, staring at the luxurious backdrop of Rochdale Village. And you would think you're in the Bahamas. I mean, it's just beautiful. He's got a nice property, nice pool. So
nice.
We love. He rides with us too, so we all go, boom, jump right in the pool. It's heated, it's salt water.
It's a saltwater pool?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and it's so good for my mosquito bites, my mosquito bumps, and I just love the ocean for that. That's the only reason I try to go in the water.
It's a little bit of an elixir, yeah.
It cures my bug. I mean, the bugs eat me. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
I get eaten up.
I shouldn't say that. Every once in a while, but for the most part, I don't suffer bugs.
Oh, I'm eaten to the point of I just say have at it. Let them go. Go for it. And let me just
go for it. Which one? Ketchup? You want?
Yeah. I'm like,
salt?
how you guys want anything with it? Turn my legs into taco meat, man. It just really fucks me up. But and then witch hazel, shit like that, or peroxide. But I scratch, then it's,
that's when it gets to you.
Yeah, it's not the bite itself, it's the itching, the scratching.
Once you start, That's the thing. Once you start going in at it,
you're never going to get that
stop.
satisfaction, the satiation.
No, it's like getting that. It's like a crack. It's like the crack high. It's like you never get it back again. Like that first hit. First hit, you feel like, and then you keep trying to take those hits afterwards. So no. That first time you scratch, it's that feels a little good. Oh, it comes back again, and then you got to do it harder, and then you got to go harder. Let me pour some witch hazel on it. Let me set it on fire.
And so naturally, we don't just sit by the pool. We sip, of course.
Absolutely.
And we drank.
That's what a pool's for.
We barbecued. We had so much. It was like so much food. His nephew was having a barbecue. For his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the grill started and started cooking and nibbling. We all brought stuff. I had some steaks in the freezer and some baked clams that I had.
Ooh.
I always keep a box of these baked clams. For some reason.
Just you never know.
I buy these things. They're $7,
and I guess it comes in handy.
These New England, you know what? Because it's like everybody can do hot dogs and burgers on the grill, and occasionally you get somebody to throw some pork chops, some steaks, or something really funky, something different, shish kebab even. So I come with these baked clams, and stuffed baked clams on top of that. And you know what caught me? When I bought them the first time, it said ready to grill, and I was like, I never thought of putting these on the grill. Mm-hmm. It just seems like an oven type thing.
Right.
But you bring these out, I just lay them on the top rack. Just let them sit there, and let the smoke and let all that stuff and it's just a nice little, you can eat it with a fucking fork, and it's different.
I'm gonna tell the wife to look for that.
This key food right here has them $7.99 in the freezer section.
Baked clam, okay.
You get 12 of them for $7.99. Stuffed baked clams. New England stuffed baked clams.
Okay.
They're amazing. And pretty good.
Add it to the repertoire.
Yeah, and so that, and then of course, I bring the veggies. I bring like the veggie plate, which is the crudite with the, the carrot sticks, the ranch dressing, and all the fucking shit that it comes with it, and try to get some healthy stuff in there. So, about 6 to 7 hours later, we're all in an induced coma. We decide to go to my buddy DJ Mel from. Shout out to DJ Mel Patterson from August Martin. Probably before you. They're like class of 84.
Okay.
Yeah, they were before you. And him, Dre, and all those guys went to Martin. But DJ Mel is a big DJ. He lives right here behind here on the other side of the water here.
Okay.
So I'm on the Valley Stream side. He's on the Rosedale side. But he has a boat. He has a boat that he rides through the back, and he's always fishing in here.
Okay.
He fishes right behind the key food. And when I say he fishes, he gets a lot.
What does he get?
Sea bass.
Okay.
There's sea bass in here.
Really?
Yeah. And legal sea bass. Because it comes from Jamaica Bay. So it's all in the bay water. You get sea bass, mostly sea bass, and some fluke.
Okay.
A little bit of fluke. You'll find in these waters a lot of it. And it's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is, you can feed yourself here. You remember when we had Sandy, there was fish in my yard.
There was fish, right,
Those were sea bass, yeah. So he had a big party last night on his deck, literally facing his, on his boat deck, which is where he DJs from. Bugsy Bugs was there. My man Kurt Flirt, shout out Kurt Flirt, giving us a shout out. It was just a good time.
Nice.
And just trying to get Dre home is the way to, he gets inebriated to the point of, oh shit, I gotta go. And then 2 friends fighting over getting a guy home because we drove him.
Fighting over getting a guy home?
Yeah, well, I was gonna take him home, but I live here, so I'm so close. I'm like, yo, you gotta go that way past his house, drop him off. So my friend, he's like, yo, I got a brand new car, bro. This guy's soaking wet. He's sweating. He smell like fucking beer. He's all. I got a brand new car, and I'm like, really, bro? For your bro, you can't throw. And I said, look, I got a towel in my, because we was at the pool. I said, let me put the towel. I will put the towel in. You'd be all right. You got 2 minutes.
Right.
You'll be home.
So what's the expiration date on a brand new car? Like, when is it no longer a brand new car?
The day you buy it. That's it. the day it's out the door, it's over with, man. Come on, man.
Take a dude home.
I was like,
That's
yo,
deep.
man, that's all right. Never mind. But teach his own. Everybody has their own whims and quims and quarrels and whatever they can and won't do. I guess he just didn't want to mess up that new car smell for this guy. Yeah, that's his problem.
Now, if that was a female, is he single?
No.
Oh, okay,
no.
he's nice. So he's married.
Yeah, he's married. Yeah.
Right. No, so that'd be an interesting thing.
Which, by the way, 2 girls took him home. So I said, lucky him, His 2 high school friends. One of them actually used to work with my wife, Mindy, and her friend. They was like, no, hell no. That's our boy. We're going to take him home. I was like, yeah, he's our boy too. But your man don't want to take him home. And I was going to take him anyway because I brought him there. You know, we don't do this. You come with who you leave with. You know what I'm saying? Unless he has a secured ride, you hand them off. You don't just leave him there. You got to hand them off.
Right.
But we had a good time, and so I was
Sounds like you had a good time.
Well, yeah, I did, and because you know what, the COVID shit is like, this mask shit at parties is like, well, who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
I don't know who anyone is.
It takes your money.
It's like, yo, what's up, man? And I'm like. Oh, Fred. Oh, okay. And it's like, wow, this is fucking sucks. So everybody does the, what's up, man?
Yeah, we don't know the protocol anymore.
We got to get used to it.
It's like, and some of it doesn't make sense. Like if I was watching the end of a baseball game, a spring training game, So the game is over, and usually after the game is over, the team that's on the field, they win, and you shake everybody's hand.
Yeah.
You form 2 lines. And then you come down the road and you just give everybody a pound.
Right.
But they didn't want to touch anybody. So they were doing the feet. They were just like hitting each other's feet.
The kid and play kick?
Yeah, like the kid and play kick. So they were doing it. Which at first seemed cool. But then when you see a line of people doing it, number 1, it looks stupid.
Yeah.
And number 2, the point you made last week, you guys are standing right next to each other.
Right.
So what goddamn difference does it make?
Right. Foot's distance?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So just...
Wow.
I think we just got to...
The kid and play foot kick, huh?
Yeah, they did it. The Cleveland Indians, that's what they did. They did a foot kick. So you see a whole line of people just going down. And and it looks goofy.
It does look goofy, but this is goofy times. I mean, these are goofy times, John. I mean, we're looking at something we've never seen.
I think at some point there's going to be a collective saying, "Hey, look, this is dumb shit. This is dumb." If you stand, my thing was you're standing right, like they were like as far as
we just committed
as
already.
You and I.
We committed
so
already.
Whatever if I got it, then you got it.
It's already happening.
So whether we fist bump or whether
Took
we
my
shake hands
chances
or whether I kick your foot, that's it.
The chance happened already.
It's there.
Yeah, the responsible thing is the, hey, let me go to a party. I feel like shit. I think I have a fever, but I want to go out anyway. That's the idiot we don't want.
Right.
That's the guy nobody wants at the party.
You should be home.
You should be home with the thermometer in your mouth and shaking and shivering and an ice bag on your head.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you should be doing.
If you got to go outside, you should mask up with a sign. So I'm not really feeling good. I got a temperature of 99.8.
I ain't there yet. 99.8.
But I might.
But I might be. And yeah, because everyone during the course of the party or the celebration, and again, happy 55th birthday, Mel.
55, double nickel.
Yeah, double nickel. Everyone was one side danglers, right? So everybody had the mask on, dangling from one side.
Just defeats the point.
And or chin, everybody's chin strapped, and everyone's like, okay, well, this is, I got my mask, but I don't have it on. You know, like, what the difference does it make? Little distraction.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because we're outside.
That's like showing. That's like that's like showing up with the condom in your hand.
Yeah,
saying you're ready. So, well, it doesn't really mean anything.
I have it, babe, but I have it. But I have it.
But I have it. Well, what happened with I was reading not reading, but I saw like in news flashes like apparently like Dwight Howard like did something stupid or
again.
Well, like before, like he like broke some rule or some COVID rule or whatever, and he said he didn't know that was a protocol, or he thought once you're in the bubble you're safe, or some shit like that. Like I
didn't hear this. No,
basically somebody ratted on him.
Oh,
saying that he didn't do.
So he bust a bubble.
Something like that.
Wouldn't be the first time Dwight Howard busts a bubble.
He seems like that.
He's from Atlanta.
He just seems
he's from
like
Georgia, so he's an idiot.
He seems goofy.
Yeah.
He just.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you heard this tape ever before of him with the he, she, or the transvestite or whatever, the transgender person of his interest, and
of his interest.
It was his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever. And
who's a tranny?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And not changed, no snip, just had, I guess, working plumbing, and apparently they were on the phone, and she or We got to come up with one for them.
Yeah, there's got to be another word.
Shim, a shim,
Shim. Bicycle. We'll call it bicycle.
Was explaining to him like, listen, I've been quiet. I respect your privacy, and you know, but when you call me to blow your back out, and he's like, oh my god, you get him on the phone, and you don't know how true these are because you're seeing a photograph of him and a voice,
right?
And it's like a meme, right? You think it's like saying a word with Mike Tyson's picture on it. He didn't say that. You wrote that and put his face on it to make me feel like that's what he's saying.
Right.
So and it's this whole thing that he's been, and there's been video of Dwight Howard grabbing dudes' balls on the sideline, like sitting down with his players, rubbing a dude's nuts.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Rubbing a guy's balls.
Rubbing a guy's balls, man. And I don't know how.
So this is, wait a minute. So I need to, I always try to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Because I think once you like make that claim, then
I'm just saying
you can't jump. So we're talking about he's rubbing a dude's balls, not saying, hey, it's gonna be all right, and and you slip or some shit like that.
Yes.
That's what they call it.
Starts like that, and then he goes, and he goes all the way up, and he's like, well, and the dude's like, fuck, and the guy's like, yo, man, and he's looking away like, and hand jobbing a guy like, wow. You could look these things up on YouTube and Instagram if you want to. If you dare
if you want to look up.
And if you care. But his guy's he's been known to fuck around, and you know what? He should just come out and just be like, yo, I'm curious on things, and I like playing around, and I'm funny, because he's a jokester.
I think that's worse if you're a jokester, because if you're not, because I think.
I'm playing. No, I'm not.
Exactly. Are you not playing? Are you playing? Exactly. Because are you playing? Wait a minute.
Hey, this ain't funny no more. Hey.
Right. At some point, the joke gets old. Like if you are, let's if a dude came out as being gay, I think there would be, of course there'd be some people that have an issue with it, but for the most part, I don't think anybody would have an issue with somebody who was openly gay and playing on their team. You're not fucking each other. You're playing games, and you go home and you do whatever you do with whoever you want to do it with.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would have that problem. I think the problem is if you are that playful dude that likes massaging dudes' nuts. That's an issue.
That's an issue. And that's not going to go well with others.
Because you have complete access.
Yeah.
You have access to my nuts.
Yeah.
And you're touching them, yet you say you're playing. So I either got to go along with it, or I got to jack you up because I don't like that. So that's...
You can't have both.
Right.
You can't have both. You gotta come out and just say what you're trying to do.
Shit.
Because people have this misconception with gays that they're nasty all the time. Like they're
more promiscuous than anybody else.
So when I did this hotel called the Out Hotel, which meaning out the closet, right?
Really?
Out, on 42nd Street and
42nd and where?
42nd and 10th. It's now called the a boutique cachet. They changed. The guy lost the hotel, and it changed the name of it. 5 years after he had reopened it, he took a dump hotel, which was an outdoor roadside inn type.
42nd, that's the Hell's Kitchen-ish, right?
Yeah, Hell's Kitchen, the heart of it,
that's 42nd though.
Yeah,
for 42nd, you're by the
42nd and 11th.
You're by the expressway.
Yeah, on 11th, deep in the back.
Okay, all right.
And it's right on the corner. It's across from the Yotel. If you've ever seen Yotel,
I've seen Yotel. Yeah,
so it's right across the street. Right across the street.
All right.
In between the block, and it's right next door to a precinct, so you can't, it's like, wow, can't mess this up, So when we would design, the designers, we all meet and stuff, and there was a whole host of gay people involved with this. The owners were gay, so I'm being interviewed by actually the guy who got me the job was the GM, and he's gay, and he's been my friend for years. You know what I'm saying? He's actually the guy that gave me my little sensitivity training of like, dude, relax. You can't catch it. You can't, it's just because I'm talking to you, I'm not thinking of, I'm not sexually thinking of you. Like it's nothing, there's no attraction.
There's business. We're doing business.
We're doing business. And you have to, and I was fearful. I was afraid to hug, to do hi.
Yes.
Standoffish.
Hi. I'm heterosexual Oren. How are you?
Right. And I was like, wait a minute. He was like, dude, you need to let go of this because it's going to stop you.
You want to see a picture of my wife and children?
it's going to stop you from getting business. And I was like, he said, this is
Yeah.
90% of our community is this way. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'm over it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the money.
Yeah.
So when we signed up, they signed me up, and the guy, the owner, was, giving me all this interview and all this other stuff. Well, why should we go with you? And why? And I said, listen, I work hard for my clients. I'm out here. I'm in the ground. I'm on the boots on the ground. I don't sub. I don't sit from a desk and tell you what to do. I'm here. I'm every day walking around, pointing and doing things. And then he says, yeah, well, that's what we need. We need somebody in here to be with us and so forth. And he says, so my last question, are you gay? And I was like, no, but I'm black, and I think that qualifies me. And the guy goes, good enough. And I was
That's
like,
nice.
I was like, all right, fine. He's cool with it. Yeah. And so during this,
Did I get a laugh?
It got a huge laugh.
Nice.
The whole room lit up.
Nice.
They were like, "Oh, this is our guy. He's fun.
But I'm black, so I think we can trade it off."
Yeah, I said, so I think we're even, And the guys were like, "Wow, this is great. He's our guy." But the point I'm trying to make was, well, one of the designers was everything that he was putting in. He kept mentioning feces. Like he just kept mentioning as if these guys sprayed feces over the place. He said, "Oh yeah, just in case this wallpaper, it can withstand feces." He just kept mentioning it as if these guys have.
Like there's been some experiences.
What do you mean? Like, okay, I get it. You guys, you ride on the Hershey Highway and all that other stuff, but it doesn't spray everywhere. I just don't know where he got this from, man. It's like, and it made it very uncomfortable because, all right, when you're talking about cleaning wallpaper and materials are durable, and now this conversation comes up more because of the antimicrobial stuff.
Right,
Everybody's always, can it withstand a virus? I don't know. Let's see,
Yeah.
But he just kept mentioning it. Like everything he's prescribing for the hotel is feces proof.
Anti-feces.
Anti-fecal matter. I'm like, dude, you could say this better. There's a better way to word this. I think I'm no.
Let's figure it out.
I'm no
let's
professional
get some synonyms
but you could figure this out a better way to just relate this to fecal matter or whatever way. People just have a way of wording things that just make people uncomfortable.
Fecal matter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of uncomfortable, how about the Washington Redskins?
Yeah, changing the name.
Changing the name. Now they changed it to what? The Warriors?
I have no idea.
I heard Warriors.
I think Warriors is one that came up. There was another. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think they're going to go with Warriors.
Warriors. Okay. So the one thing I was thinking of was you mentioned earlier the Cleveland Indians, and I said, well, then what about the other classes? And then someone I saw a blog or something. Someone just said, look, these aren't derogatory. An Indian is an Indian, and he's a real person.
Yeah.
And he's, we're not saying he's the slave,
Right, yeah.
We're not saying
I think
Redskin is
it apparently is derogatory. And apparently the Redskins, like Dan Snyder, had some phony research done.
Oh, yeah?
Something. They
like this word.
Well, yeah, that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
He said, hey, we did some research, and apparently 90% of Native Americans don't mind the name Redskins. It turned out to be bullshit.
People he asked, he asked the shareholders.
Right. There was actually 2 studies done independently that were peer reviewed, and they went through rigorous examination of validating certain information. That said, no, they kind of don't like this. So I don't know where you got that shit from. So I think that's what got him in more hot water. And of course, once the money became an issue, then that was, and you hate to see it like that. You'd like to think somebody would lean on morals, or not. I mean, it's his team. He could choose not to do with it. But once the money became a thing. Once Nike said, "Hey, I don't think we're going to sign these checks anymore." So, wait, what? Okay,
what?
Warriors.
Okay, wait
Warriors.
a minute. Warriors. It sounds
we keep all the W's.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But you know what? I was watching Young Turks. I watch them a lot.
Gotta be careful with the Young Turks.
He can take you down a path, and then you can do the rah. Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I'm not with that.
I like Jenk, but he can get a little.
Yeah, is it say Senk or Jenk? Jenk is his name.
Jenk Younger. Younger.
Okay. I thought it was CENK.
I thought it was a G. Jenk.
Maybe.
Jenk. Okay.
Maybe I watched it too fast.
Younger. We'll just say Younger.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they had I lost my train of thought. They were basically saying how, these people, you have to do the research, obviously, and you have to look it up. But I totally lost my train of thought.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I interrupted.
The Jenkins Shank.
Cenk Juncker. Yeah, we got back on that. Sorry.
Well, anyway, it's good to see change happening right in front of our eyes. I mean,
Yeah.
this generation has been witness to a lot of change, and in such of the Aunt Jemima story, which I was talking about as well, that I wanted to bring up. We have to remember that these, and so I'm babbling here.
Yes. Talk about the article you sent.
So the article of Aunt Jemima was in reference to the family who was actually her family said, hey, no one asked us. You guys pulled her off. Quaker Oats decided to pull her off because of all the controversy and everything else. And I guess they just said, we don't want no problems with anybody and pull it off the shelves, which is like, whoa.
That's another thing. Right.
That's different.
That's revenue.
That's right. That's like, that's like recalling it like, oh, it's bad. It's poison. Throw it in the garbage.
Right.
Whatever we made
it's defective. It's defective. It's wrong.
Yeah. Which you'd had no problem selling it to people all these years.
Yeah.
So how about we're just discontinuing it, and moving forward? But no one sought to talk to the family.
Yeah.
So that begs the question to me of like, when these monuments, and it goes both ways, because when you have these Confederate guys or these slavery guys and all this stuff, the history, removing it is just almost as bad to me as erasing history.
Yeah.
The monument should serve as the memory of what happened. So I thought about this for myself, and I was like, yeah, tear those things down, get them down, about time. But what happens to the generation later that doesn't see the reminders of where we came from? Right. And they live in this bubble world of, everything's milky, and we're just calm citizens, and you never know of the plight,
That's always been my question. I mean, we can, first of all, a lot of these things that come up, nobody really paid attention to until somebody pointed, say, hey, that's so and so. Yeah. And I don't think there's any question that some of them are you could say are despicable people, and they had views that were counterintuitive to who we are as a nation. Yeah. But I also think that we have a responsibility when our kid says, hey, who's that? Right. We should be able to retort, that's so-and-so, General so-and-so. Right. He led this army, blah, blah, blah. Right. And he was considered this, and he was considered that. Yeah. Why is this statue here? Well, this statue is here kind of to remind us that, at one point, the land that we stood on represented something else. Right. It doesn't represent that anymore. Right. Now, should it be moved? Should it be taken down? It's 50-50, because then, like you said, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. You see they jacked up the Black Lives Matter statue, the one that sits out of Trump's place. What happened to it? Somebody vandalized. Like for 24 hours straight. Like somebody vandalized it. They repaired it. And then they fixed it, and then they vandalized it again that night. Yeah. So you have to, like, you set the die in the water that, hey, things that are questionable, let's get rid of them. Right. So, okay, you can say that Black Lives Matter is questionable. Yeah. Yeah. And so if it's being vandalized, okay, then, you can't say, well, my shit should stay and your shit should go. Yes, that's what I was getting at, and that's why I was babbling so much, because I have a tough time with, when you're asking for equality, but you only want your agenda. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and this is where that all lives matter gets caught up in this whole thing. It's almost demonic if you say it to people. They just, you don't understand, you don't get it. And my thing is, like, we're trying to be a better planet, not a better people, not in doing so being better people, in doing so being better cities, in doing so being better countries and states, and the world is bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? The world is much bigger, and when you look at nature, and you're out, we've been, like I said, riding, and we go on these beautiful trails, and they're just nature, and then you see someone throw a fucking donut or a cookie or something. It's like, come on, stands out. Come on, man. Like, nothing can be just natural. You gotta fuck it up. Like, we're the problem. We are the problem. We have too many
idiosyncrasies that we just keep trying to enforce on people to,
Yeah.
make them. It's just tough, man.
That's the thing. The compliance thing, that's what bothers me. Man.
Yeah.
It's just this whole thing. Like, if you don't agree, then all of a sudden you're like a different kind of person. Everybody wants to hop on Terry Crews because Terry Crews got into this thing with Don Lemon.
Yeah.
And I like, what Terry Crews said is valid.
Right.
He said, "Look,
Very valid.
Where are they when we are killing our own kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see them. I don't see them around. What do they have to say about us doing better for our own communities?
Right.
Not what white people are doing to us, but
Right.
what are we doing for ourselves? Should that not be part of the agenda?
100% should be part.
And that's the point he brought up. But no, he gets vilified for being anti this, and he's not black. He's
Yeah. Yeah.
A man
He's
Kev said his Nubian card needs to get taken away from him.
Yeah, this is
and
crazy.
stuff. And it's
so crazy.
To me, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we have now reached the plateau that we're going to imprison our own words. We're going to literally say things, and then we're going to become the most hypocrites.
Yeah,
because there's nobody that can live by the standard of what everyone is promoting.
Not a soul.
No one can do it. No one can live this. I mean, this is the bubble. I mean, this is the I forgot this the scientist, the guy that did the Zeitgeist. You ever seen those Zeitgeist films?
No.
They're these documentaries that just talk of this utopia kind of thing, and I forgot the scientist's name. But the more you listen to him, he sounds like a nut job. He sounds like one of these cult guys, and he sounds like he just wants to. If you're not on board with this principle, well, you have to be eliminated. And that kind of Zionistic approach to it is dangerous.
Yeah. Because
you will never get that. You will never have that utopia you're looking for. That's why they make books. That's why they make movies. That's our fantasy. You live in that science fiction.
Right.
You live there for a moment and you come back to reality.
Come back to the real world.
Go back to work, man.
Go back to the real world with your argument with somebody because they took your parking spot.
Yeah,
like
and if you could get a small slice of it from your weekends, or this COVID thing has spoiled a lot of people, man. There's no one going back to regular work days. They're fighting with companies. I don't have to come into the office. You know, like what? Wait a minute. We have a business to run here, and we'll figure out how to do it from home. We sell shoes. People have to come and try shoes on.
Man.
You have to. Okay. This is the one danger of recording outside. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Noise?
I can hear it.
Oh, all right.
Well, no, I don't hear it. I don't hear it in the
you don't?
mic. Though.
Okay. All right. Cool.
You didn't hear it out here.
I thought I heard.
And you're a genius. You can take that sound.
Yeah, I can muffle it out a little bit. But my protests and rallies have become normal day. I have had the experience of participating in the rally.
Oh, the one in Valley Stream?
Right here in Valley Stream. I have my sign here. So, Stand with Jennifer. Have you heard this story?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a fucking...
sad.
This is a sad story to be here in my town, number one. Two, for it to be modern day America. Yeah. Boy, oh boy.
And this has been going on for years.
3 years.
For years.
3 years.
And I read an article that sort of made it seem that this was like a back and forth thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, she had a lawsuit. She did win a suit against the girlfriend or something like that.
Okay.
There was some back and forth when it comes to legal.
Well, but I mean, like they were taking turns, like jacking each other's stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
And so it sort of lent that, which I didn't say, but you're kind of not giving any evidence of that. So there's clear evidence about this other nut job doing dumb shit from other neighbors.
Yeah, cameras don't lie. Neighbors' testimony.
Yeah, and everybody's saying, and pretty much the whole neighborhood say, yeah, this guy's a freaking jerk.
Yeah. He didn't come outside. We were out there in front of his house. Like, we were out there. And right now, there are people in front of our house. The community has stepped up. People have volunteered. Shout out to the motorcycle community. They have really stepped up. Those guys in their groups, in their Harleys and their, they can be a little intimidating. You know, that sound, that rev up. And these guys, all peacefully. But during the rally, obviously we marched, and I was on my bike, and I had my helmet cam on and a bunch of stuff. And I was so happy to be on my bike because I can move around.
You can move around.
And then when we stopped, I kind of clicked it to the fence, locked it up, could walk with them, rally, jump back on
your bike.
And get footage from everywhere and every angle. Almost too much footage. Like it was like couldn't stop recording, and my battery died, and all kinds of stuff. John Collier met me out there. He was like, I see you on Facebook, so I know you're around here somewhere. So we were like, kind of like, I'm on the left side of the stage and everything. But the show of support was fantastic.
Yeah.
The people that came out, the people that have been helping her, you had a guy come, donate his lawn services to her.
Nice.
Redid her lawn beautifully. The other company guys put up new cameras for her, donated. I believe there's a GoFundMe page for her. So just hit the hashtag Stand With Jennifer and make sure you're donating to the right cause. Because she needs help. And she's, and 100 Black Law Enforcement was there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
1199 was there. Gregory Meeks saw an opportunity to get in there, and speak his mind, as he should. And the amount of support rallying around this person, that she's not alone.
Right.
Because so very intimidating to have these people all around. You're a single mother with a child.
Yeah.
And to be terrorized by your neighbors is god awful, and would
it's horrible.
It's horrible,
especially when you just.
I don't care what race, by the way.
Absolutely,
no, it doesn't matter the race.
Shouldn't be.
It has nothing to do with the race.
It shouldn't be. But my man, a dude I interviewed on JLP, Eric Brown, was over there, and he basically, one of the things he said was, all she wants to do is come home to the serenity of her home.
Yeah,
when she's done with a day's work.
Yeah,
take care of her child, and that's it. And she can't even do that.
So I mean, you got to be an animal. Like, look, you can't even enjoy your own backyard.
Yeah.
Because you're afraid that they're going to shoot BBs at you and play. I mean, these are animals. These are savages. These are pure, inbred savages. There's something mentally wrong with them.
Right.
Like, they just have hate so boiled up that they don't want to see someone else enjoy themselves.
Yeah, it's you wonder when you get there, like, it's. Like, what is it in you?
Like, how do you get there?
How do you get
question.
there?
Yeah, how do you get there is the question. How do you get to that space where you're so uncomfortable with your surroundings and you have to... Your phone's there, remember? Hi.
It's gonna go off pretty soon.
Yeah, DJ Black Magic. See,
Negro Mágica.
Negro Mágica. I could read that far. Wow, I can read that one. Yeah.
You get your glasses.
Yeah, I do have my glasses. I can't do anything without my glasses.
No, it's great. It's great to see the community stand up.
Yeah,
it's great it's great that message was sent. That hey, we're not going to stand for that.
Here.
Yeah, this is not going to happen here. This is going on way too long.
I want to say about 800 people. I mean, 600 to 800. I couldn't count that. Trying to do square footage counting, I wasn't good at that. The police were very accommodating. They were allowing us to protest and allowing us to rally and cut the streets off for us. And every one of them said the same thing. I just want to make sure you guys are safe. In which it sounded like they got some training here. Like, hey guys, just don't say keep it moving. Don't use negative words. They were very careful with the choice of words. Like, all right, let's try to keep up with everybody. Let's stay safe. Your safety is my concern.
Yeah.
And yes, you have the right to protest. And so all the motorcycle crews came through. Run, run, run. Everybody passing by was honking horns.
That's great.
Great show. But the fight continues. Everyone said, look, this can't be just today. It has to be tomorrow. Right. It has to be the next day. It has to be what you could do. Knock on her door and ask her, does she need help? And, and my thing was like, hey, you can't eat everyone's macaroni salad, man.
At some point it's got to stop. Yeah.
Well, you can't just be bringing food and perishables and stuff to consume. You don't know what's in it. You don't know who has the right intent.
Yeah.
People. Yeah, unfortunately. So I was I just felt really glad to be there, to see it from my own eyes. You watch these things on TV and on the internet, and it takes some guts to be out there and take your time and go out and do it. And while I was out there, I just, you felt the empowerment of the people, and what an opportunity to, obviously for people to help, and lend a helping hand, and I hope she gets everything that she's entitled to, if not more. If done right, she could raise a lot of money. These GoFundMe seem to be helping people out.
I think the main goal is just to get some fucking peace. Get some.
I think she'll settle for peace.
Yeah,
I think she'll settle for peace rather than the money and just give me.
Yeah,
give me.
Because unfortunately, there's some leeches are going to come attached. Say, hey, you can sue the town. You can do this. You can do that.
Yeah. Well, we don't want that.
Which take you down a whole other thing. You don't want to bankrupt the town that you live in, because kind of you have to live here. So
now there was a gentleman who lived in the neighborhood that we walked around the block of, white guy, and he said something slick.
Okay.
And the lady was like, "Excuse me," and he was like, "You heard what I said." And unfortunately, a bunch of, again, the motorcycle brothers turned around and said, "Say it again. Say it again." And they just surrounded this guy.
Wow.
I have the tape. I caught some of it on tape, a little bit, a good portion of it. Oh, I think I was taping it, and I was like, "Oh, did I get this?" But anyway, they surrounded this guy to the point where he just did. What
did he say?
He said she deserves to be shot. That's what I heard he said. And he said, I didn't say that. Like, I meant, he just kept changing his story or whatever else.
Wow.
And he said, you should be shot. He said, you should be shot. And the guy was literally without grabbing his neck, he just said, just be a man. You had all this energy to say it. Say it again so we can hear you. So we're clear on what you said, because now your words have conviction.
Right.
And the cop was standing there and he was like, sir, just say sorry, just apologize, and keep it moving. We don't want to see anyone get hurt here. And he's looking at the cops like, aren't you going to do something? Like, aren't you going to save me?
Nobody did anything, so.
Nobody did anything. So it was like nothing happened, so there's nothing to save you from. So I suggest you answer this gentleman's question. He's asking you to repeat what you said, so I understand clearly where you stand on your... And then, if not, move away, because this is a peaceful rally here. So you shouldn't be involved in this. Why are you here? What's your agenda here? And he was like, I live here. I live right here on the corner. And you guys are all, stopping traffic. And meanwhile, he's not going anywhere. It's not like he's got to...
Not like you're in a car or trying to get out or something.
And the people that were in their cars going... There were a few people that were on Sunrise Highway that was like, hey, we got to get to Walmart. Hey, beep, beep.
So why do you say it like that?
Because that's what the guy sound like. Hey, we're going to get to Walmart. Hey.
So nobody sounded like Eddie Murphy? Nobody say, hey, we got to get to fucking Walmart.
Yeah, it was no... That's pretty good, Eddie Murphy. Oh, my.
Oh.
So much...
Well, that's good, but at the same time, we have to remember that if we're going to stand by that thing...
Yeah.
If the flip side happens... we need to show just as much energy if it were reversed.
True.
So if playing devil's advocate, if she's the one who's messing with this dude, he says, I'm tired of it, then, would we be just as equally fervent about saying, hey, this is not how you should be behaving in this community.
Right.
This gentleman deserves an opportunity to live in peace and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
That's the challenge.
Yeah,
that's the challenge. Because
it's a big one.
Because we don't I don't know, we somehow don't take that personal. That's not like, it's not like our problem.
Well, it's like a reverse vilification or vilifying. Like, it's like make you the villain, and now
you're not redeemable.
Yeah, and you're not redeemable, number one, and two, you don't think that the villain has a mother too. The villain has a wife and kids, and the villain, so there's always like Elijah Glass. His mother was, didn't think, he was that bad.
Was raising a mass murderer, but looks like it wasn't what it is.
Oh man, indeed. So what else has been up, man? A lot going on. So you up to JLP? What are you up to?
I'm doing. I'm about to post number 8.
Wow.
I'm interviewing somebody this week for number 9, and there's a couple that I have on tap throughout the week.
So no video. You're just doing all audio. It's
doing
straight
all audio.
Yeah.
What I think I'm eventually going to do is I think I'm going to start a website in which I'm going to make the video available on the website.
Okay.
But I'm recording on video, and then ripping the audio and editing the audio.
Look at that.
See, that's what I learned.
Yeah, we can all learn.
That's what I learned. That's what I learned from being a protege.
We all learn. So
you got 2 bikes here. Whose bikes are these?
That's the wife, and that's mine.
Oh, okay. Keisha rides with you?
She doesn't ride with me.
Okay.
She rides on her own.
Okay.
For whatever reason. But she did get her bike,
nice.
And that's hers. These Nishikis we have. It's Dick's. This is Dick's
Sporting Goods.
Yeah,
these aren't the $800 bikes.
Close to it.
Really?
I mean, mine was $700. I don't know what she paid for hers.
Wow.
I think $600. The bikes are up there now because the way that they've done this thing is like, hey, we're taking advantage of the summer. Everyone's not going anywhere, and you can't get a bike. Like the waiting list is long. The South Shore bikes here in Woodmere is like the only guy in town. Like he'll get you a bike.
Okay.
I mean, and all my boys that went there, and I was like, guys, we should have went to him and told him, hey, we're gonna send everybody here. Let's make sure these are all level 1.
Well, he'd probably cut you a deal too.
Yeah. Well, he's one of those Jewish guys. Like, come on, my brothers, we got you covered here. Yeah. There's my daughter right there. Take her with you. Yeah. And I'm like, what? Where do you take your daughter?
Oh.
But some of the guys have gotten like some nice bikes. My boy Rich got his bike. He rode with us for the first time yesterday. He had like some shit with internal gears.
Really?
A belt that I've never like a vinyl belt that was like in your car, like a timing belt or something.
Wow.
Not even a chain. Wasn't even metal. It was rubber. And this fucking guy took off on me like he had a motor on it. He was like, "All right, Chad, I can't sing with you no more. I'm out." Hey,
wow.
Hey, leave me back here.
So you're saying if I get myself a bike, $600-700 range is where I should be. Where I'm probably going to be.
Yeah,
if I want something decent.
Yeah, over 500. You should be over 500. If you can find something over 500, you're getting a good bike. Because the size, these Walmart and Target bikes, don't play around with those things.
Yeah.
Anything that you have to, the crankshaft is, you got to put together the pedals and all. No, don't play around with that. Not if you're gonna do some. If you can do some long riding, then you shouldn't be messing. Like you want to, like Miles, you get him a bike and he's gonna ride
little. He breaks it.
He's gonna ride.
Yeah, up and down the street,
or in a park somewhere, in a playground. That he could have some space. But you're talking about going the distance. The last thing you want is a pedal to fall off, or something to lock up on you, or a chain to break. Or
I had the funniest thing happen. Miles, he's got this little baby Schwinn type thing. Basically, he can't even reach the pedals yet. Almost. So I'm out there and I'm pushing him. He's got a basket in the back, and I sometimes put my phone down, play some music. Put the phone down. The music comes on. He turns around. He wants to hear the music. So he grabs the phone. And I have my phone, so I can't take a picture of this. So there's a picture of him. He's going down this hill. He's holding his handlebar in one hand. He's got the phone in the other hand. And Wu-Tang Clan playing. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck. And it just looks so dope.
Oh, man.
And I was like, oh, my God. I was like, Teresa, I need your phone.
So you got to be like me, 2 phones.
He's like, 2 Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan.
Man, that's classic. That's fun. Fun times. I mean, this is definitely something that we have appreciated with, just to try to stay alive. I mean, just getting some cardio in and just getting, at least.
Well, it's definitely going to be beneficial.
It's definitely beneficial. It is definitely beneficial. I am sleeping better.
Nice.
I finally thought about it and was like, yeah, I am kind of sleeping a little bit better. I'm not waking up. I'm not going to 4 in the morning and then trying to go to sleep. I'm getting some good rest out of it, which is great.
That's nice. And you're riding like what, 3 times a week at least, right? Because a couple times during the week I see you.
Yeah.
Out, at least heading to Long Beach.
Well, yeah, for sure. I go to Long Beach and even here, Rockaway. Even here, I wish they fixed this trail at Woodmere Park, which is beautiful. It has a nice little lake, and if they just paved it, it would be a lot better. And remember we talked about this a long time before? Yeah.
So when you get out and you start doing things, you realize, hey, this will make this better.
Yeah.
So now this is an email to your rep.
Yeah,
say, hey,
local.
You know what? Hey, Woodmere Park, it's kind of a little run down.
Yeah.
Maybe, can we get some money in here to make? Yeah,
there's money. There's money there, and there's funds available for these things, these projects. I can remember we went to a district. I think I told you the story one time. My daughter was helping. The dance school got them all involved. And Danique Miller, he's District 26, I believe. He's an old bus driver guy, union guy. And he's state assembly, assemblyman. And city council member, one of the other two. He was council member, I'm sorry. And he had this project and asking children, what would you do with $1 million?
Okay.
And had them in a room, right? And they basically told them about, city projects are fun. We have this money left over. surplus money, and we want your ideas on what y'all want. You know, what do y'all want to see in your neighborhood? And then they kept giving you the categories of saying, you know, that's private. That's something that benefits a certain amount of people. Doesn't benefit the public.
Okay.
So you got to be careful of what you ask for. And it was amazing to see the children put their comments and stuff, and a lot of them wanted beautification. They wanted gardens. They wanted things that are, you know, things that beautify the neighborhood. Murals was big on topic. They wanted something that people could drive by and appreciate that reflected them.
Yeah.
You know, not just pictures. You know, you don't want to see a picture of, you know, Rudy Giuliani, you know, on the side of a library. You know, you want to see something painted by local artists or something that reflects the community that has a message. And I found it very interesting that a lot of the kids also asked for a funny thing. Oddly enough, a lot of them asked for, they said, instead of the payphone, can you put cell phone chargers in the place of payphones? Because we sometimes come from school, we're waiting for the bus or something, and we may die, you know, the phone dies, and we can't charge, you know, and you're not using the phone. Who's using the phone?
Right.
You know? And it was like, wow, this is a great idea. No sooner than that, the City Links boxes in Manhattan, you seen those?
Yeah.
They came out, and I was like, wow, this has changed. Like, this happened. I mean, not saying that these kids, I'm sure some other kid came up with the same idea because these were all children in a room.
Right.
The point I'm trying to make is at that level is where things happen. You're right. That at that level is where that happens. You know, you need bleachers in the park, or you want
a better looking park.
Park. Yeah, you want turf down, or you want something.
You want to, you know, can somebody come and dig up this soil, make this park look prettier?
Yeah,
you know, new grass put down.
Yeah, no, these are all things that we're so yelling at Trump, and he has nothing to do with these things.
He has no idea where you are.
No idea where you live. You see that lady with the mask that went crazy?
No.
She went in Target and she ripped all the masks down.
Oh yes, I did see that.
Not doing it. And then they went to her house. The cops found her, and they went to her home, knocked on the door. They said, "Ma'am, you know, you just tore up a store, and you left the scene of a crime. Like, you did all kinds of illegal things." And she was like, "Oh, you're just harassing me because I'm Jewish." And he was like, "I have no idea you're Jewish. I have no idea. I'm harassing you because you ripped up a store.
You ripped up a store.
You spit on people. You know, you went nuts."
Oh, she was spit on people too?
She was spitting on this is, damaging property, obstruction, whatever in public or whatever you did. And the poor girl, and I agree with, again, this is a Young Turk thing, but I agree, like, at what point don't think people that work at the store are human also?
Right.
They have to clean this shit up. Clean it up. The poor girl was standing there like, really? Yeah. Like, just the whole display, like, and then she's talking about, because I have on a $70,000 watch, and she was just like talking like from a privileged, really weird, her conversation, and she said, "I work for Trump." She said she's like delusional. And she says, "Why? I don't have to tell you. You go look it up. I'm in the cabinet. I'm okay." Okay, but that doesn't give you the right to. Yeah, he turned around. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm being arrested. Call Donald Trump. Call Donald Trump." She said, "What the fuck?" Call Donald Trump. She said she speaks to him every week. This is delusions of grandeur.
Right. So in other words, you're gonna say that he's going to say, this is okay.
Yeah. People on both sides. Yeah. You have a right to bug out in stores.
Yes.
And anyone can do it.
I'm sorry.
I disagree.
I disagree with you.
There is a decorum that's called being decent. And if you don't want to, don't buy it. Why are you?
Or leave.
Don't shop there.
Don't shop there. Yeah.
Oh,
why is that such a hard thing to conceptualize? Why is that such a... You want to like even start an email chain and saying you're going to, you guys are stupid for carrying all these masks. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend your money there.
Right. You can stand outside the store with a sign. You can take a picket sign and stand outside and say, "Don't buy masks. Don't buy masks."
Get signatures. You can go do all that. Since you work for Trump, you should know that that's the way to do shit.
This lady was completely out of her mind.
You can always tell the ones who need a little bit of like loving in their lives.
But again, this mental health is always a little pound down. You need a shocker?
No.
What was it? Shocker.
Twice a week. You'd be fine.
It'll calm you down. I mean, I guess.
Literally won't. You wouldn't be coming outside.
Oh, she needs to masturbate or something. I mean, maybe
or masturbate better.
Better.
Something.
Use bigger batteries.
Big.
D
Like
motherfucker.
Mambo,
D
shit
batteries.
that like runs, like that twists, but it also keeps the thing on the clip. So you have the.
Wow. Amazing. Look at that dragonfly. Just
I'm up
sitting
late
there.
at night.
Yeah, I see. You have time to look for toys.
Adam
But yeah, man. So, other than that, no sign of a vaccine. No sign of anything normal.
We're not going to have a vaccine for years, and we should be skeptical of any, like, if, like, in March, they say, hey, we got a vaccine. Like,
Yeah. Now, I did
Do you want to be the first one?
Right. That's going to be the alpha is going to be the...
Right.
And I'm not a fan of Trump's words of the guinea pig stuff, like, let the kids go back, we'll see what happens. You know, like... I mean, it's got to...
It's... Like, this is where I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I know what he's trying to say. He just does a fucked up job of saying
every time.
I know what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
I know he's trying to say, hey, they are our least vulnerable citizens. If we want to see, if anybody should be exposed, maybe our children can probably withstand it a little bit better. Doesn't mean you should be opening the schools or anything like that. But I know what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say it. But when he says it, like, he really needs to talk with his speech people before he goes out.
You just gotta.
And they need to be like some 6'7" Swedish dudes.
Yeah.
Say, Mr. President, don't say that.
Yeah. He would respect that from
Probably
6'7" Swedes. Swedes. Speaking of Swedes, in Manhattan there was a murder of a tech company guy, in his luxury apartment, $1 million pad, and the guy like butchered him up. I say the Swede because the movie, what was damn,
I know what you're talking about.
And they called sending the Swede, and he was supposed to be the killer.
About. It's the
Aces, Smoking Aces.
Was it Smoking Aces?
I think it was Smoking Aces. Anyway, it was supposed to be a Swede that was like the killer, like he could butcher people up or whatever else. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway,
It was Snatch.
The Swede.
Snatch.
Yeah.
The Swede was one of the dudes. Yeah, he could butcher.
I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing them.
It's a Guy Ritchie film.
It's a Guy Ritchie film. Yes, it is one of those in those veins. But this guy hacked this poor guy up, and got interrupted when his sister came in, rang the bell or something, and had to dip out. But the guy went to Home Depot, bought tools, asked questions about the tools. Can this cut through bone? Like,
Did he really?
Allegedly. I did not hear the whole story. I heard it from someone. I mean, I saw the story when it happened, and then it kept unfolding because they showed video of him at the Home Depot, like, picking up tools, like, with the guy's credit card, with the guy he just murdered. Like, he killed him in the apartment, beat him up, took his credit card, went down to Home Depot, bought stuff, and, like, bought hacksaws and was like, yeah, this is good. And asked the guy questions like, could this cut through,
Would this go
like,
through bones, or do I have
meat?
to stay on the joint?
Like, could I cut? But I think he referenced it to animal. Like, could this cut like pig's feet, or Anyway, it takes a fucking maniac. To do that, to butcher someone up like that,
And to plan it,
Now, all of this was allegedly over money, over he was an investment partner.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy was getting rich, and he wasn't making anything.
Any money.
So I guess he went to. But now you fucked up the money. You can never. Get
now
the money.
now you're never getting.
Now you're never getting the money.
So that's like murder means okay, you're upset, but now you're gonna be broke and you're gonna be in jail.
He's like, I should have thought this one
exactly.
out a little bit.
Once you do it,
he was so angry.
Once you cut that hand off, it's like,
oh God, cut a hand
might
off.
as well get the whole fucking thing. That's
That's
like the Robert Durst shit when they had him on camera like buying shovels and putting it in the thing.
Oh, by the way, his brother's my friend. I mean,
yeah,
Josh, his brother, which I'm a good friend. He was one of the investors of the hotel in Toronto.
Okay.
And
that's a big family.
I always wanted.
That's a lot of money. I always wanted to ask the question.
Yeah, but it was like one of those things. It was like everyone wants to ask that question.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we would talk about.
Have another drink. Come on.
Yeah.
Let me get that.
I tried.
I get that third drink in. I'm gonna ask the question.
I tried to loosen him up to get to talk about that, and he's totally removed from that side of because of what happened, and how it was so legal, and it was like everybody was like, all right, everybody split up. They can't catch us all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it seemed like it, right?
That's what it seemed like.
That's what it seemed like. So he's one of the. I guess he's the younger brother, right?
He's the younger. Yeah.
Okay. He's
the younger brother, and he's.
Did the older brother pass away?
I think so. Yeah, I believe so.
Alan, was it?
I never followed this story. It was so funny because when it broke, we were already in. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, that name is kind of like your name is, and he was like, yeah, it's my brother.
Ooh.
And he just had a straight stare, like, yeah, it's my brother. Like, no look away, no. Oh, should I bow or I don't know. What do I do? Do I put my head away or do I keep staring at you because?
Does this mean you're gonna kill me or?
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And he was like, no, it's hey, it is
part of it now. I guess
he chose his path, and he's gotta do what he gotta do.
Well, they speculate. The speculation is that like everybody knew what he did.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
That's everything you read about it lends itself to the family knew what had happened.
Yeah.
So,
But you know what's weird to me? Like I'm seeing now more than ever. I'm seeing more crime mysteries and stuff being solved because of media coverage. Like because of it seemed like the cops couldn't figure this out on their own. They did a documentary on it, and they said, "Oh, that's where the body is. Let's reopen the investigation." And I'm like, "Wait a minute! You guys had the first. You had the first crack at this thing to solve it, and they couldn't solve it. So why now? Because HBO released some things and showed things, and you go, wow! Like you're letting them do your police work for you? Like I thought you were the police.
we forget that they're like people too, and a lot of times they can do shitty jobs.
Yeah.
Of things.
Right.
It's amazing. But like, remember the dude Bob Crane?
No.
The dude Bob Crane is a good movie called Autofocus with Greg Kinnear, and it's about this guy named Bob Crane who was a TV star, starting Hogan's Heroes back in the day and whatnot. He was apparently this was the dawning of video. He was apparently a sex freak.
Okay.
Or whatnot. Had all these videos and apparently his partner killed him.
Oh.
And so they, documentary was made about it and stuff. And so it, like you said, reopened the case.
Yeah.
Investigators said they wanted to check out the crime scene again. And they checked out the crime because the crime scene was untouched.
Yeah.
And he said he opened the door and the first thing he saw was a piece of human flesh on the bed that was never collected.
Huh.
And he's like, wait a minute. Like nobody went through this and they just took it, and it was a piece of DNA evidence.
Yeah,
so.
my. I'm shocked by those sometimes, but then I guess what you said is true. People are human. You got to remember these people. You could miss it.
Yeah,
you could miss it. You could not. They're
not all as thorough as the dudes on the first 48.
Dun-dun.
Yeah,
they don't have theme music. That's why
they don't have theme.
That's
music.
probably why.
They no cutaways.
Right. No theme.
They just got off the phone with arguing with their wife. Yeah. But look, I gotta go to work. God damn it!
But could you get the milk, honey? Like, I'm working here. You're at a fucking crime scene. Wife is nagging you over, bringing home some milk, and you fucking got bone and flesh, DNA to look at, and the last thing you could think of is getting fucking milk. Yes, honey. Yes, and you take your little scratch pad and write shit on it.
You know what I saw? That reminds me of the movie the Pelham 123, Taking the Pelham 123.
The original one?
Well, I saw the original and the Denzel Washington version one. And I like at the end where Denzel's about to get knee deep in some shit, and his wife reminds him, just to remind him that you got a family.
Right.
She says, "Well, you just make sure you bring your ass home because we need milk."
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, it was done just to like a reminder that he has a family and stuff like that.
That was Spike Lee.
Did he do that? No, he didn't do that. Did he?
The Denzel one.
The Taking Pelham 123?
Yeah,
that was Spike Lee?
I believe so. I believe he was involved.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
If I can remember, Oh no, Man on Fire.
Man on Fire was not Spike Lee.
Which one was Spike?
Spike Lee was Inside Man.
Inside Man. I'm
Inside
sorry.
Man.
I'm sorry. I get that confused.
All three great movies, though, by the way.
Clive Owen. When Clive
Owen is Inside Man. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But was he also in Pelham 1, 2, 3?
No, that was John Travolta and John Turturro.
Turturro. Okay.
Yeah. But it was a great scene because
Yeah.
then he's about to say, look, they want me to go down there and give him the money and blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. And she says, well, you just better be careful because you got to come home because we need milk.
Yeah. Made him human.
And then
Yeah.
And then he goes on, he says, okay, what do you want me to get? Want me to get a gallon? We don't go through that much milk ever since the kids grew up. I'll tell you what, I'll bring a half gallon. And at the end of the movie, he goes back home, dude got a half gallon of milk in his hand.
Yeah, humanized him.
Right.
Said he wasn't this superhero running around,
Right.
fixing the wrongs and righting his wrongs.
He's been in a lot of good movies that he just doesn't get credit for.
Denzel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I don't know if you can say that about everybody who's like considered like a great actor.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while you see something as, oh, that's fucking Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you did this.
You pick your feet in Poughkeepsie? This French connection is so weird. You pick your feet. Why does he keep saying he grabs people, beats them up? You pick your feet in Poughkeepsie, huh? That's what you do? You pick your feet? And I'm like, what is that line for? I did not understand the relevancy of that line.
But it's so distinct. And that car scene always, it still holds up.
Yeah, it does.
That car chase, it still holds up. But just like he's done so many great movies that he's not, like people like you don't talk about him. You talk about the big ones. You talk about Glory, and you talk about Malcolm X, and you talk about Training Day and whatnot. But there's so many great movies he's done that we just don't talk about. We don't talk about Inside Man a lot. We don't talk about Man on Fire a lot.
Yeah,
we don't talk about Mississippi Masala, one of his early movies, which was dope.
Great. I actually somebody had posted Patrick McDavid on Valuetainment posted Remember the Titans.
Oh, okay.
And he said, if you have any question or doubt, and you're conflicted with racism, and you don't know enough, go watch that movie because it'll help you. It'll help you understand, the difference between a leadership role and how to separate the racism from a goal, like giving kids a common goal, and how sports will always bring guys together.
Yeah.
And it's such a good and we watched it. Me and Ron watched it again just to watch it, to see it again from today's eyes. And it was true. It just had all the monikers of, dude, if you just be a human being.
Yeah.
Kind of gets you past most of this. Like you hating someone because why? Like where do you get it from?
There's so many good points in that movie too. That the one part in that movie that I really really like is when the assistant coach, the guy that was the head coach, the assistant coach,
what's that guy's name? He plays a lot of.
He does a lot of movies.
He's
another guy that does
underrated.
I forget his name,
but he always has that same monotone look too.
Yeah.
You bet, huh?
Yes.
You don't want me to take it? Yeah, all right. Would you bet damn I'll be there. He played that in like Armageddon, right? I think he was in Armageddon.
Yes.
He played it. Great actor. I don't know his name. But
yeah.
Somebody will tell us.
But no, there was a part in the movie where like they like fixed the game. They had fixed the game and they put all these calls in to try to get Coach Boone thing, and it was one of those things where like it was making a statement that everybody sees it but you. Right. Why are you the one that does it? Like, and even his daughter, his little daughter was up in the stands. Yeah. Oh my God! Like you.
Yeah. Are you blind?
Right. And so he was looking around, and it's sort of like this thing. Wow, everybody sees this shit going on, but I don't see it. Why don't I see it? And then he finally woke up
and asked him, I could sure use your help. When he went over
towards
to
the
him.
end. Yes.
Yeah. Nah, I'm getting my ass kicked out there. I could use your help on defense.
Yeah.
But that again, a great movie that has a lot of points on it, and I to your comment, I think when you put Denzel, he's such a GOAT, that there's no more accolades to give him.
Probably right.
Which is a shame because
we're waiting for the shitty ones.
Yeah, right.
Which there are.
Right. You wanted to go when he plays
Two Guns and
he's done a couple that have like, all right, why'd you do this? You
Out of Time.
Oh, when he's that's
doing that time travel thing.
No, that was great.
You like that? Oh,
we talked about this before with the Google Ray glasses with Eric Roberts. When Eric Roberts was the killer,
Okay, I think so. Yeah.
Out of Time is a different one. Out of Time is the one where he was a cop in New Orleans, and he was screwing Sanaa Lathan.
That's a good movie. Yes, that's a good movie.
And the guy who played Superman was her Kane.
Yes,
Dean Kane was her husband.
That's Out of Time?
That's Out of Time.
Okay, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something else.
The one you're talking about is with Robert Thicke's wife. Yeah. And can she see me?
Yes.
Can she see in time? You know,
okay, how do I get there? Yeah, that was
okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
That's
that movie was great, man.
Oh my God!
Oh, that was great. I'll watch that anytime it comes on.
I look at that and I just say, "Wow, that check must have been nice."
Oh man, because I don't know, maybe you just didn't. Did you? Okay, so you didn't see how they paired up that with the Blackout in 03?
No.
See, you missed it. You missed it. When he did that thing, they showed the timeline and basically saying, "Damn, you just knocked out the entire Eastern Seaboard."
Oh
here.
yes, okay.
And that was supposed to be the blackout to give it some reality point of when this happened, etc. Of why it happened. I think we're gonna have a blackout. By the way, another one. Everyone's home using electricity.
And it's hot. And this is I hate saying this, but this is like one of the better so far summers we've had.
Yeah.
Like it's been like beautiful every day.
Yeah.
It's getting balls hot now, but still.
Yeah. The rain was great.
Skies are clear.
Yeah.
It rains just enough to like cool everything down for a bit, and then we're back to beautiful days and whatnot, and everybody's in the house. You're probably right.
I think everyone has been enjoying the summer. I mean, I think everyone I hear is getting they're either trying to eat a little healthier, they're meditating, they're spending more time with their family.
That's always good.
Everyone seems, and there's, you have a big support on trying to support local and black businesses and stuff like that.
Thank you, COVID.
Thank you for something.
Thank you, COVID. COVID did it.
COVID had good pros and cons, I guess,
Has to be. Got to kill a few people, but hey.
Oh.
They were going to die anyway.
Oh, my gosh. It's terrible. terrible.
We're not getting that check off.
No, it's not going to happen. All right, party people, thanks for joining us. We had a great time. Do remember, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, send us your thoughts and prayers.
And not only hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get notified, because there's content going up all the time. Not only Two Bros Podcast, but also stuff for Level 1 Entertainment. There's all kinds of stuff going up. So hit the things. So hit that bell so that you know.
Hit the bell to let them know what you want to be notified on.
Absolutely. And if you don't want to look at us, you can go over to Spotify, you can head over to Google, head over to Apple, head over to Anchor.
You have choices.
You got all kinds of choices. It's not about taking your choices.
All right, people. Have a blessed week. More important, be a blessing to someone else.
Or fuck them.
In the heat. Yeah.
So sweaty.
Sweaty.
Like fat bastard.